Okay, here we go. Example 6, write the equation for the line of best fit. We're sketching the scatter plot again. So here we have a table. So we're going to go back to our graphing calculator. We're going to go to y equals, clear out that line. We don't need that. We're going to hit stat and enter, and that's going to take us to our table. Looks like I have 5 entries just like I did here. So I'm just going to type over them. 4.75, 6.84, 12.52, 20.42, and 8.97. And then I'm going to go over to L2. Remember, I have to make sure I match them up. So I've got 0.50 or 0.5, 0.9, and this is tips. This is sad. 90 cents. $1.50, $3, and then $1. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we are going to need the scatter plot. So do you remember what buttons to push? Well, you should double check, make sure your stat plot's on. If you haven't touched it in a while, it is on. So if it's on, you're going to hit zoom 9. If it's off, you need to turn it on. So there is our scatter plot. So we've got some dots like this, and here, and one up here, and like one way up here. All right, there is our scatter plot. Can you tell what kind of correlation it is? It is a positive correlation. As the meal cost goes up, the tips should go up. So let's look at, can we write the line of best fit for this? So we're going to have to hit stat, write, 4, and we hit enter, 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 enter. And there's our regression equation. So y equals, this one's got a lot of decimals, so let's go ahead and round. So y equals 0.16x minus and I would probably go with 0.3. You could do 0.0299. That is probably a little bit better, but that's going to be our regression equation. Let's just see what happens when we put that in. Go to y equals 0.16x minus 0.3. We're going to go to graph, and there we go. We get really close to some of our points. Doesn't hit exactly, but it's pretty close. Now, it may not hit exactly because we rounded. That's one of the other things. So when we round, we introduce error. And so if we want to hit things exactly, we might need to remove that error. So better way to do it would be to write out all the decimal places, but then some of you would complain, right? All right, we're going to do one more, but there you should notice there's 2 more if you have the notes. There's 2 more in your notes. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an exit ticket. So we're going to practice one more together, and then you're going to practice on your own and show me what you can do by yourself. So let's get out of here. Here's example 7. Write the equation of the line of best fit for the relationship between number of guests visiting a movie theater and the cost they pay for their visit. Then you're going to sketch a scatter plot. So nothing that we haven't done before, so we're practicing. Remember, that's the whole goal. Practice getting this stuff into the graphing calculator. My menus are coming up all kinds of weird stuff. Okay, so we hit stat and enter. And we could clear out if we wanted to. You could go up and hit clear and enter, or you could just type over. I leave that up to you, but you have to do one or the other. You can't just like delete the whole entire column, remember? 6, 6, 7, 8, and 8. And then we have to be very careful and make sure that 3 matches up with 30, 4 and 65, 4 and 88. They must have went to a different movie theater. 6 and 90. That's expensive movie. Ooh, 6 and 115. My goodness. You always get some interesting data sets. It's like age of people and the size of their feet and things like that. All right, there we go. And then what we're going to do is we are going to, do you remember how we're going to get the scatter plot? My stat plot's on, so I don't have to do that. All I need is zoom 9. Zoom 9 gets me my scatter plot. So, let's try not to. Okay, so looks like I've got 3, and then I've kind of got 2 here in the middle, one on top of each other. Ooh, these 2 are on top of each other. And then 3 out there in space. So again, we want this to be kind of representative of what we have. And then 1 up here, and then it's like 2, maybe more like that. Okay, when you are doing this in the next example, you need to make sure you have that quadrant 1 drawn for me. All right, what do you think? Positive, negative, no correlation. What do you think? Positive correlation. The more people you have, the more money you should be paying. So let's work on getting our regression equation. We're going to do stat, right, 4, enter, 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 and there's our equation, and it's going to be y equals 23.65 x minus 28.47. And we could stick that into y equals and see how it looks, see if it hits any of our points. X. Graph. And there we go. And it gets really, really close. It hits close to 3 of these. And then we have some that are a little bit further away. They're a little bit weaker. These guys that hit the line are very, very strong in their relationship with each other. All right, so you're going to do, let me clear out this, get rid of that. All right, you're going to do example 8 as an exit ticket, and this is going to count for points in the grade book. I don't think I was very clear on that last time, so I'm going to be clear on that this time. This is for a grade. So please make sure that you do the exit ticket today. So I want to see and whether you have the notes printed out and you go ahead and do it in the notes, just kind of like what we did now, and take a picture of it and send it to me, or do it on a sheet of notebook paper. I want to see if you're able to sketch the scatter plot just from looking at the graphing calculator, and I want to be able to see if you can write the equation of the line of best fit from the graphing calculator as well. If there are decimals, round, like we have been. If there's a limited number of decimals, you don't have to round, but try to follow the examples that I have been putting forth in these videos. So that's it. We're going to have a quiz on this later on. We're going to have a quiz on this on Friday, so make sure you are getting ready for that quiz, practicing in your calculator and writing your regression equations. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!